and welcome to the Ideal Forever Partner Magnet Podcast, the show where we explore the infinite benefits of creating the relationship of a lifetime, attracting our ideal forever partner like a magnet, and living our best life as the highest and best version of ourselves. I'm your host, Arell Holloway. I'm the results coach, fitness expert, former real estate investor, and founder of UTAIY, Unveiling the Angel in You, and the World Impact Compound Movement. This podcast is for overachievers and romantics that never learned the art of love relationships. That was me. Anyone wanting to improve their relationships and receiving and having, as well as giving unconditional love. And the biggest impact I can make in someone's life is to teach them how to manifest their ideal forever partner. So with this podcast, I'm dedicating to help souls around the world wake up to who you really are and what you really want in life, helping you on your path of learning about unconditional love by creating significant epic relationships that generate happy memories. When will I meet the one? That's our topic for the day. Arell's golden nugget. Truth is the minimum requirement to leaving victimhood in the dust and leveling up to the highest and best version of ourselves. The one is quite a mystery and intrigue like a present at Christmas, although we always have in our mind whether we were clear enough about what we wanted up to that day to see if we get exactly what we asked for or how close to it. Here's the problem with this way of thinking. This is not a Christmas present we can use or not. This is an actual person that we are planning on spending the best part of our life with. So why am I telling you this? The casual treatment of manifesting our ideal forever partner should not be left to mystery and intrigue. In fact, it requires strategic planning and discipline to make ourselves available when the perfect one for us becomes an opportunity for us to present ourselves ideally as the person that is training to be their highest and best version of themselves and demonstrating that through our character and behavior. And let me interject here, our IFP doesn't have to be perfect, just perfect for us. Consider this one of the most important interviews of your lifetime. And yes, make no mistake, this is an interview. I'm even suggesting here that if you don't feel uncomfortable in being placed on a platform to be considered by your IFP candidate as the high-level person they want to get to know better, and all this is too easy for you, then allow me to challenge you at the risk of pissing you off. This is the truth zone, and I'm not being a good friend if I'm telling you what you want to hear instead of the truth. If you prefer to hear what you want people to tell you, then you may be in the wrong place. The truth will set you free, but sometimes it will piss you off first. Let me interject a quick example. A child comes home from school and is heartbroken because her teacher gave her a bad math grade, and she feels she's bad at math now. The parent has two clear paths in front. Path one, do whatever it takes to comfort your child and get it through this difficult time for it. This entails telling it that, oh, sweetheart, I know that you are actually good at math, and maybe you just had a bad day or you're misunderstood something. We can go and talk to your teacher together and let him know how this upset you, and maybe we can get him to change your grade. Okay, this was even hard for me to write and come up with because I just don't think this way anymore. So apologies if this example isn't prime victim mentality rhetoric. Path two, the parent says to the child, okay, I understand you're upset, but the good news is this is something we can work on and make better. Why don't you go to the bathroom and blow your nose and wash your face, and let's look at this problem and find a solution for it. Which path would you choose? Can you see a clear difference between the two? Looking back on the childhood, which path is the most like how you were brought up? These paths may even look very similar, but I guarantee you in 20 years, Looking back at these two paths, they are day and night. This is not to make our parents bad or wrong either. This is simply about truth. Truth is the minimum requirement to leaving victimhood in the dust and leveling up to the highest and best version of ourselves. Without truth, you shall not pass here. Sorry, I love Lord of the Rings stuff. Sorry. Back to the example. The first path shows the parent doing anything to make the child feel better, i.e., coddling. The question here is, how well is this parent serving this child? The way we do anything is the way we do everything. The parent prioritizes the child not hurting, which truthfully is part of our nature. We were never promised a pain-free life. So the parent's way of doing things is to cover up the problem by any means to make the child feel better or stop hurting. This is how the parent teaches because this is how the parent thinks. By accepting this remedy from the parent, the child learns to solve its problems with this same method of making it go away instead of learning how to solve the problem, i.e., focusing on the solution. This mentality will perpetuate in the child and it will grow up trying to solve its problems by any rational or irrational method in order to make the problem go away. Making the problem go away and solving it is not the same thing. By doing this, it's not realizing that it is not solving the problem, rather daring anyone to bring a problem up to it in the first place. I don't think that I need to go into this any further detail. What the life path of this child into adulthood would look like. Not to mention the relationship it will have to package up to accept its way of thinking without challenging it with a little thing called truth. The path to parent teaches the child that there is a solution to this problem. And if it wants its parents to help it solving it, then will have to pull itself out of the misery it fell into when it didn't know any better. This also gives the child options. Path 1 only gave the child one option. They are wrong, and we'll figure out how to prove that. Path 1 child will live much of its adult life in delusion and terror or something confronting it with truth. This likely will make this person dysfunctional in relationships, and it will likely become a burden to society and most people it comes in contact with. Path 2 child will likely go on to become a problem solver and a desired asset to businesses and companies that it becomes involved with. Its relationships likely will be healthy and solution-based, like the mentality this child now as an adult uses as its way of thinking can also be described as modus operandi or program. My apologies, this was a long story, but I hope that you got a clear point here. The parent that was willing to do anything to keep its child from hurting, in fact, laid a path for the victimhood, misery, fear, and terror, or worse for it. Obviously, this parent did not do this on purpose. Let's just say that they're not guilty, but responsible. The reason this parent trained its child in this manner is because this is how this parent learned to think and learned how to do things. This parent is likely on the same path as it is destining its child for, which is why it doesn't feel wrong to this parent. For this and many other reasons, I'm currently writing a parenting book. This parenting book is all about programming and its effects and possibilities for altering our program. It will also help the person that currently is running a program that isn't working to give them everything they want in life. I will make more announcements about my book as it gets closer to completion. I'm about maybe 30% through it right now, but it feels that our world is hurting and a lot how we were programmed. The good news is that we can change anything in our program, but more on that later. Back to finding the one. People always ask me why I use the term ideal forever partner or IFP. Why not call it spouse, soulmate, true love, match, or the one? Those terms don't efficiently define and match our avatar. We designed to mirror our IFP. Ideal describes perfect for us. Forever crystallizes that we are committed and all in. Partner indicates collaboration, not domination. The terms spouse, soulmate, true love, match, or the one include but don't fully define our goal of an epic unconditionally warm and loving relationship of a lifetime. When will I meet the one? The old way of meeting someone compatible is by happenstance, and we could only hope that they might be the one if we are one of the privileged, super lucky ones. Now, I don't know about you, but this sounds absurd to me. The person we spend the best part of our life with should be planned and with effort and strategy to position ourselves to be the magnet for the one. We should get full clarity on what we want in an IFP. All through elevating ourselves to the highest and best version of ourselves, they get attracted to us like a magnet. So the answer to when will I meet the one is when you set yourself up for success and make it happen instead of waiting for it to happen to you. I recently launched the 2024 Inner Peace Challenge, where you can learn how to create inner peace for yourself that will automatically share it out into the world, touching others. Consider rewarding yourself and accept this challenge to add this integral part of leveling up to your highest and best version of you. It is completely free and my gift to you, and it will improve your life immensely. Take this epic journey with me at wicm.love. Thanks for sharing with me. I'm grateful that you did, and I hope that you are more self-aware and evolved since we started 30, 40 minutes ago. If you could shift in this short of a time, imagine what you can accomplish in a whole day, in 1 month, 1 year. In our affirmations and declarations and meditation portion, that's now on Sundays, we used breathing techniques that enabled us to move through the realms of past, future, and brought us back to the only realm that exists, which is the present. Within the breathing techniques, you also were able to affect your blood flow and pressure as well as your heartbeat at your own will. If you can affect your body organs function at your will, imagine what else you can do or are capable of with specific training. We are infinite beings with infinite possibilities, and that's the truth. Have a beautiful day and recall this experience throughout your day. And remember that you can influence your body and your mind's functions and change how you feel. You also learn to move through past, future, and present realms at will. You don't get stuck somewhere you don't belong. You can also influence and change how you feel at any given time or any moment. These are a lot of abilities that don't even scratch the surface of our human abilities. All it takes is taking charge of your abilities and emotions. Finally, our weekly Ideal Forever Partner Magnet newsletter is out that unveils secrets, tips, and hacks on attracting your ideal forever partner like a magnet. Get this weekly wealth of information in one place. Send me a comment that says news, and I will give you access to that. Chat soon. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please rate, review, and subscribe to the Ideal Forever Partner Magnet podcast. Your support helps us reach more souls in search of their unconditional true love. Check us out everywhere podcasts. Remember, you have the power to create heaven on earth through unconditional love. This is your life, no one else's. Grasp the courage to strive for the highest and best version of you.